everybody, this is your girl Cher Ferguson, and we are here at the Hottest Hour talk show. And I'm excited because I have my special guest in the building, my homegirl.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. I'm sorry, y'all, but tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
So hey everybody, I'm Rielle Love. I'm from the Bronx in Harlem, New York.
Yes, shout out to New York in the building. Like,
Definitely.
I had to grab her up because, you're in Charlotte. We in Charlotte right now.
Definitely. Shout out to Charlotte.
Shout out to Charlotte, North
Yeah.
Carolina. Like, it's best. So, what brought you to Charlotte?
So actually, Big Lotto, you know the rapper, she had a concert out here at a venue. So they wanted me to perform, open up, for the after party or what have you. So, cause she wasn't performing at night. So when she came in, cause she was doing like a little walkthrough or what have you. So I warmed the crowd up, entertained the crowd or what have you. And definitely shout out to the crowd that was at Paparazzi nightclub. It was great. I love y'all. They showed me so much love and support. So
That's really dope.
Yeah.
So, for people that don't know who you are, like, and what you do, like, let's take it back a little bit. Let's tell people, like, what you've been doing for the last couple of years. Because you're a new artist.
Yeah.
Not starting out in the industry.
Yeah.
But this is a new lane for you. Like,
Yeah.
you decided that you want to be an official musical artist.
Yeah.
So, let's go back to the beginning. When you first started doing music. When did that start?
Well, I've always been singing. I've been singing since like I could talk. So, my mom always put me like in choirs when I was a child in church. So, and my mom sings, my aunt sings. So, yeah, my granddad sings. So, singing does run in the family. My cousin, she's a great artist. She sings background for like Jackson Sullivan, John Lynch, our radio people. So, singing's always been around within me, and I first, started recording like in high school. There was like a studio in our high school. So, yeah, my best friend at the time, he definitely was like, listen, come upstairs, come lay something down on the track. And honestly, it was great because it ended up being one of the tracks that the artist Charles Hamilton, that's like one of my good friends. Shout out to you, Hammy.
Shout out to you.
It's definitely the bro. It was one of his biggest songs that he had. I was like in the background of, and did some ad libs, and he still has fans across the world that love that song. Like, I went to St. Thomas, and that's where my family's from, St. Croix, St. Thomas.
Okay.
And the pool boy had his music in his iPad, and I was like, oh, I want that song.
That's so dope. So then looking back from high school, well, first originally started from when you were younger, and then high school where your mom sings and everything. And we're gonna get into your Mother's Day tribute song because that was so beautiful. Oh my God. We're gonna say that for later, y'all, because y'all know that's what I on YouTube. But so you've been doing music for a pretty long time. Okay, so recent performances, we're here in Charlotte.
Yes.
So you opened up for Big Lotto. And what song were you planning on performing to that? Well, I think it was the last night you performed?
Yeah, so I did a set of 3 songs. So yeah, definitely just back to back. We ran into it, talked to the crowd back and forth about some of the issues because my music is kind of like therapy. That's what my next project is going to be called. So, very therapeutic. So a lot of times we as people we go through things. We're in relationships, friendships, or what have you. Things go right, things go wrong. So that's mainly what this project that I'm putting together has really been about, what we go through.
Definitely. So like, is that what made you get right back into music? Because I know you took a quick little break.
Wow.
We did see a little break, and we really want to know what happened, but we take your time with it. But what made you get back into the music scene?
So honestly, I've never too much strayed away from it. I've always still been doing music, whether it's been a feature here or there. What stopped me and held me back from putting my own projects together and putting my music together is, number one, I am very expressive in the studio, like just because all the things that I do, if you really listen back to my songs, there's so many intricate parts I need, from the panning, from the levels, from the backgrounds. When you hear everything, my type of music is the music that you can run it back 15 times and still catch something.
Run it back 15 times.
No, I have that happen before. Like, it was crazy. Like, when my family first knew that I was really talented, especially at my music and my writing. And the songs that they heard, they literally played the song like 15 times. Okay. It was like, oh, you heard that? She said this. She, you know, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's been like a real great thing for you, like being able to be therapeutic and keep you moving, and it's just really been pushing you through. So even the songwriting. So how long have you been songwriting?
So I've been songwriting since I say late teens. You know,
I think we was kind of rapping, making little songs now.
Yeah, late
Especially
teens.
you
But going back to like what stopped me from, you know, like the little break or what have you, taking it is number one, like I said, even with it just being expensive, I've had people steal music from me, steal lyrics from me. I've had whole engineers keep projects hostage, like, and it's because you're not doing music right now? Okay, let's put a project together. I had an engineer do this, and this is somebody I thought was a close friend because I knew him since high school. He was like, yeah, you know, Sam by the days, he called me sis or what have you. So he's a talented engineer. He put the project together, start putting it together, and he realizes how good it is. And now he starts flipping the script, stop answering phone calls, and I'm like, listen, if you wanna get paid for it, and I'm like, dang, like, let's give me the music back. And long story short, he has not only done this to me, but a bunch of different artists. This is how he collects his money, and how he makes a living.
Right.
So
it'd be those engineers that want to work with artists and new artists at that.
Yeah.
So, you know,
sell them a dream and, you know, rope him in, and next thing you know, you're paying for studio time. And instead of him engineering, he's just messing with the song, and he'll engineer, fix it up, and when you go home, it sounds bad. It's not what y'all edited.
Yeah.
So that's why I'll even say advice to any new artist: learn how to engineer.
Definitely.
You know, so
and record and do everything and learn the business that, you know, before we even jump in.
Yeah. So with the break or what have you, it scarred me from wanting to work again with different people. I didn't trust engineers like that, and even I had a producer who was like, oh, because he saw me perform at a show, come out to the studio. And this is when I was really, really young. Come out to the studio. I just want to see, you know, how do you write, if you know how to sing, if you know how to. So I'm like, all right, cool. Go to the studio. Right there, I lay him down, write it on the spot, lay it down, and I leave. He calls me months later and was like, oh, hey, like, I ain't free to you. I was trying to give you credit for the song. Credit for the song? What song? And this was back when, like, one of the hurricanes hit New York.
Right, Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy. So he was saying, oh, you know, Sandy happened, but yeah, I want to give you credit. He's like, yeah, look it up. It's on YouTube. When I looked it up on YouTube, it was 400 views away from 1 million.
Wow.
So, and it was my hook.
Wow.
Another girl was singing it. Wow. And another, I was still, you can hear me on it.
Right.
Other girls singing it, and another girl was rapping. So it was like, so that really scarred me, and that's why I fell back from the music scene. And I really honestly just got distracted with life. Like, life was lifing.
Yeah,
and
life and joint be going quick with it, y'all.
Yes, and friends was pulling me here, and then the relationships was pulling me there, and it was a bunch of distractions. But what made me really put my foot down and immerse myself and release music and really get into this the way I should is number one, time is just flying.
Yeah.
And number two, like on Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve, December 23rd, I got hit by a car. So when I got hit by the car, it was crazy because I didn't realize that I was hit. Yeah. I just felt like my head hurt and I couldn't see anything. It was just all black. But when I came to, my stylist was over there. It was actually like one of my best friends that would have.
Yes.
She, I was dropping her off of presents. So all I heard was her voice and her yelling and her screaming. I couldn't see, but I felt her come around my body and tell me just lay down, just sit down. But I guess I was standing up before.
Yes.
Staggering. So, but when I came to, I had all her boyfriend's family standing over me crying, and I didn't realize, and I'm just like praying, like I don't know why it's so bad. Like I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Because there's blood everywhere. I just knew there were blood everywhere.
It's so good. So we can regroup. So you said when your best friend was holding you.
Yeah, she laid me down on the ground or what have you because I was staggering.
Yes.
So her whole, she started yelling and screaming. Her whole boyfriend's family came out there. They were yelling, screaming, and crying, and it kind of scared me a lot because a lot of them I didn't even meet or know.
Right.
But they're standing over me crying. They're trying to help me. They're giving me like, the kitchen towels. They're giving it to me and it's coming back soaked with blood. I just see blood everywhere.
Right.
So I'm panicking. And then what really got me, what really choked me up was the fact that, let's say, my mom, when she called my mother and I just heard my mom screaming like, what's going on? My daughter, not my daughter. And I was just really panicky at that time.
Yeah.
So ambulance came or what have you, and I ended up just having a split. I had to get staples in my head.
Right.
It was in my hairline or what have you. And I couldn't walk for a while. And I was just really worried because I had a leg brace on. I needed a walker. I was walking with a cane. Like I had to really go to rehab and learn how to walk again and use my leg again. And I was worried I wasn't going to dance again or walk properly.
I was
worried. No, for real.
And it's serious.
It's crazy being so young and having people look at you because you're walking in the street with a cane. It's to the point my mother, she's older, and she was blowing it on me with her cane.
Right.
And I was I couldn't keep up. I'm like, hold on.
It was right.
It's crazy because it's so funny because I didn't realize how bad my leg and my hip was or what have you from the accident.
Right.
Until it swelled up the way it did. So when I'm hobbling around with the cane, you have people really looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with her? Why are you walking like that?
Are you really injured?
Yes. But when I went to the hospital, right? But then when I went to the hospital and they gave me a whole boot and cast and everything, put it on me, and I had crutches. Everybody in the mother was helpful. Everybody outdoors.
I was
everybody was so nice to me.
So that definitely, I feel like that motivated you.
It
took you out for a little bit, but then it definitely brought you back.
It was a whole wake up call because honestly, what happened was while I'm on the ground and I just see them above me, and I didn't know I didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah.
And I just see all the blood leaking, and I don't know where my head is. I don't know if I had a hole in my head.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I had a hole. I didn't know what was going on. I was praying that my eyes wasn't bulging out my head. I just was praying, and I just told God, yo, if you let me live, I'm not gonna waste no more time. I'm not gonna do it. I was just really internally praying, please, let me be okay because I'm gonna take serious. Because you know what I thought about too? This can't be it.
Yeah.
Nobody even really knows or knew the fact that I sing and that I'm not to say to my own more talented, but
to her own. Let's do it.
Nobody really knew that, and once you did know, I just couldn't let everybody down with that. But I would have been giving it a shot, a full try. I never really tried to go hard with the music. I did feature here and there, played around with it, but never displayed what I actually do.
So shout out to God.
Yes, God. Listen, I thank God, especially for that, because he was come on, look, you all right now? You good?
Wake up, are you okay?
Yes. And I even think because I'm walking now regular, I'm dancing or what have you. I have my moments where I'm in pain. You might see me with a knee brace on or two, but that's what it's from. So yeah,
I'm just God good.
God is great. Yeah, when I started performing early in this year, people didn't even know or realize I had the knee brace on under my clothes. I had whole foot brace, ankle brace, everything on under my clothes. And sometimes I would have it over it. Yeah.
Really? You didn't give up?
No, show must go on.
The show must go on.
Definitely.
So we're going to take a quick break. Okay. And when we get back, we are going to talk future with that. Ooh. 1 second, sorry. Okay. I'll keep saying that. But wait. We're going to take a quick break.
This is on.
It turned on when did it turn on?
I missed it. It had just turned on.
Just turned on? Okay, right.
I just missed it.
We can check it.
Yeah, check it.
We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. Stay tuned.
Must stop.
Yeah, stop it.
Every time you come around, I feel the distance. I'm sitting reminiscing, feeling some shit missing. A real nigga shit, nigga, you been different. And thinking I'm a mistake, nigga, you tripping. Why you stay with me? And then you play with me. And then you come around and stay thinking you safe with me. I said it before, I'll say it again. And you already know I said what I meant. Download Feel Some Way when we drop it, y'all.
Yes.
Definitely. Rielle Love, RIELE_love. Love you guys.
It was something blue. It was blue. It was given. So you've been in the industry for a while though. Like you've been outside.
Yeah, I have. But a lot of times too, like I said, you get caught up being in a limelight with the people that's in the limelight. Like, you know, that's what a lot of I see my distraction came from too, because in rooms I really should have been networking.
Yes.
I'm just excited to be there, like, you know, and I'm excited to hang out with the celebrities that I did, because they showed a lot of love. They treated me great. So, yeah, I'm in here chilling, you know, with this artist and that artist, instead of being an artist and letting them know, hey, I'm an artist too, you know?
Right.
So, that's, I say, like, don't get distracted, people. You gotta, like, stay focused on the goal, keep your eye on the prize, like.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like even when you were both, like, you with, I wouldn't say with, but, like, you're not, like, I don't know if you're with the Coke Boys or like down with them, but like I have seen you, you know, with their team and everything like that.
No, that's my family.
R.I.P. Chinks.
Rest in peace to the brother Chinks. I'm not even gonna lie. Shout out to Thuggin' and Buggin'. And the family and everything. No, like I love Coke Boys. They my brothers. They took me everywhere around everybody, like in and out of state, on stages that
sure did.
People that would dream to be on and backstage. Like I was just there and vibing out. Yeah,
I was there and I wasn't even backstage. She was backstage.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I was in the media, okay, and she was there. You were there, like
yeah. And the experience that I got from that let me know, like from an early on, like the rooms that I made it in, the stage that I made it on, it shouldn't have I shouldn't have been there to other people.
Right.
But the fact that I was there, and then it's to the point where I wouldn't even pay attention to the artists that were performing. I wasn't watching the show, I'm watching the crowd. I'm playing with the crowd back and forth. The crowd is playing with me. Like, even it's funny how you mentioned Chinks. Chinks had a concert in Nassau Coliseum, and I think it was Long Island. With French one time. It was Rick Ross, Movado, they all had a set. So there was a girl that I guess she came to open up for somebody or what have you, and she had on some pom shorts and a little furry crop top, told like she thought she was gonna come in there Mary J. Blige and busting. Yes, and they booed her.
Damn.
They booed her badly, and she walked off crying like it was bad. So yeah, so they just told us, all the whole team, all the Coke Boys on stage, like, you know, we just came on stage to warm the crowd up before French performed. So I just remember the DJ playing, yeah, I got that swag.
Yeah,
swag stirring. He was playing Mary J. Blige, Real Love.
Yeah.
And it was a funny vibe, because while I'm two-stepping in the Real Love, you had the fans in the crowd going crazy. You had girls dancing with me like, hey, you know, they was gassing me up like, hey. And so the guys, and I think it was more so my outfit too, and it was the vibe. The outfit I had on was really, really great. But they standing on chairs like, you, I love you, not. They falling out like, yo, you. So from then on, I knew like I belong here. Like, I need to be here. Like,
no, yeah, and you do belong here. I probably remember how many times I would say like, yes, but you always like, I need to just really do it, like, and go forward with that. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
So what was it like recording Rise Up? Because you recorded that remix to Rise Up, Black Lives Matter movement, and it was around Juneteenth and everything.
Yeah,
and then Mama's Flowers. Because I feel like, let's talk Rise Up first.
Okay, so Rise Up came at a time where it's like George Floyd happening. It was during the riots and things of that nature. So I felt like the real needed, you know, something like that at that time. And my mentor, shout out to Tub Dumpling, he came to me, and his wife, at the end of the day, her name is Chanel. She's a creator. She's an artist. She creates murals, statues, anything she gets her hands on. She's super talented. And she was making banners at the time. So we definitely just had some ads in the background related to Black Lives Matter. So we put that in there. That's her running with the banner, the forest, and everything like that. Dope. Yeah. So shout out to them.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
And so I like Rielle. Like that was really motivating, and that was really great, captivating. So what? Now, Mama's Flowers. Now that was captivating. I cried because I'm a mom, and in the video, I seen it in the video. Like that was really great. Like you having your mom there.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, my mother didn't pass away. Like I'm contributing to my mother. Like she's still alive. So how was that?
So, April 23rd, which is in a couple days, is my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. And I wanted to do something really special for her. I always try to go hard and either surprise her, do something just really meaningful on those days, because birthdays and making it another year are special and important. But especially for my mom. My mom suffers with a lot of ailments and things like that. Like she has lupus. She's a lupus survivor and everything. She suffers with that, and amongst a whole bunch of different things. So each year my mom makes it to a new year. It needs to be, I throw her the biggest parties, even if it's just personal ones. So at that time, I knew that I've always wanted to basically write her something, because early on when I was a teenager, me and my mom used to conflict because she was a strict mom, you know. But I was living in Harlem and the Bronx. Listen, I want to go outside. Like,
I want to be outside. I want to go outside.
Especially during the summertime, it don't get dark till like 9 o'clock. She want to be home at 6. It's not happening. Like I'm outside. So she wrote me a letter before where she was explaining how she felt about everything that I was doing, and how she wanted to necessarily make up with me and didn't know how to communicate with me. A lot of times that's what my mom does. She doesn't, if she has an issue with you or what have you, the case is, and she cares about you, she'll write about it. She'll write you a letter.
Wow.
So it always bothered my best friend at the time.
I think you told me that before. Like on a personal scale. This is like, your mom had wrote you a letter, and it was really, really nice. It was, like, that's really dope though. Like, that's so dope.
But I really didn't, I never wrote her back. You understand? And I necessarily didn't, at that time, being so young and things of that nature, I didn't know how to put everything I wanted to say and write it down or what have you. So, and it always bothered, like I said, my best friend at that time, Sha. It bothered her, like, when you gonna write your mother back? Why? You know you didn't write your mother back, right? You remember that letter your mom wrote you? Oh my God, I wish somebody would write me like that. So I always wanted to write a response to that. So for her birthday last year, what have you, I heard the beat and I just knew, like, it just poured out of me. A lot of times when I create my music, the beat speaks to me. It tells me basically what to say, how to feel about it, So when I did that, and it just was it was crazy. I surprised her during the dinner. That's why in the video, you see her and she starts crying and things like that, because she had no idea. She didn't know none of her family was going to be there. I invited, basically real intimate, my siblings, her grandkids, and her sister came, and her brother came.
I seen the video. I told you I cried. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, she had no idea that they was even going to be there. So, or that I even wrote anything. So that when I performed the song and then she actually heard the lyrics, she just broke down crying. And it was funny because after we could not stop crying. I'm telling you, every time I heard Mama's Flowers for the next couple, probably like month and a half, we could not. Every time we watched her cry, we cried with each other. She would cry in her own time, and I just felt like so happy because she was so happy with it. I know, seriously, no. I would come home and she would be in the kitchen dancing and cleaning and cooking to her song, and she'd be singing along in two-step.
Are you gonna put that on? Are you gonna put that on the tube? The tube? Apple?
Oh no, it is. It's available for download. It is. It's available for download. Yeah.
Everybody in the back tearing up too, y'all. Everybody in the back tearing up too. Don't think he's not doing this to show. This is oh my God, so that was really great. So shout out to Mama because she really does that song, and shout out to you for putting that song out and really writing that song and
it's for even if your mom passed away, if your mom is here, like, you know, always give your mom flowers, always celebrate her life, celebrate, you know, mothers are special, you only really get one.
Right. Amen.
You know? So
yes. Okay, so let's touch on everything that you got coming up. Like, let's talk about everything you have coming up.
Yeah.
And what should the fans expect? Like, what are your goals? Like, what we doing?
Okay, so goals at the end of the day is just taking over the industry conglomerate, you know?
Shut it down.
Yeah, I'm talking about music, acting, perfumes, fashion, you know? We want to do it all. So those are the goals, and that's what we're geared towards. But we're focusing on the music now. Shout out to my brother Blue City. Shout out to my manager Black, you know, my co-manager Blue City. Listen, that's just what we're doing, kicking down the door.
Yes. And I just want you to let everyone know, if you could look into that little camera there, and let everybody know. Y'all can see her in that camera, the other camera on my phone. She looking good, right?
She looking good.
And you can just let everybody know where they can follow you and where they can find your music right now.
Okay, so yeah, you can follow me at RIELLE_LOVE, you know, that's Rielle_love. You can follow me on IG, Facebook, Twitter, definitely. And I'm available for download, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud. Yeah. Spotify.
We
download Mama's Flowers. You know, I'll be dropping new content really, really soon. I'm having a vlog that's going to be put up on my YouTube channel, so definitely subscribe.
And I'll have that right here in the corner, y'all. So y'all can go subscribe. I have that. And thank you guys so much for tuning into the Hottest Hour.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, this interview was so great.
Thank you for having me.
And I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tune in, y'all, next week, because I don't know who I'm going to have, but it's going to be lit, yo. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
Later.